Have you ever felt like things were going from bad to worse and they couldn't get any worse than they are right now? Cultural surprises that never stop, pandemic, all the difficulties on surrounding us, and it just begins to wear on you. I think the Apostle Paul could prove to us that even when things seem like they're going from bad to worse, the fact is they may not be nearly as bad as we think they are. This is found in the bedrock truth of Scripture that we find in 2 Timothy chapter 3, beginning with verses 16 and looking through 17 as well. Now let's check out the setting. The Apostle Paul is without food. You had to have food brought in by friends and neighbors. He's been cold in prison. There's other accounts in Scripture where he asked for a cloak to be brought to him. He asked for people to visit him. Folks are ashamed of him. They're ignoring his message. They don't even want to be associated with him. And he's on death row. Doesn't seem like things could get much worse than that. And when he talks about the culture around him, it looks like it's going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, everything is being ignored in terms of kingdom principles. But then Paul reminds young Timothy, as he picks up the mantle of Paul's leadership, going to verse 16, he says, all Scripture is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching and for reproof, for correction, for training training in righteousness, that the man of God may be complete and equipped for every good work. Now, those aren't the words of someone who feels defeated. Those are not the words of somebody who's given up. Those are the words of someone who has deep hope and bedrock faith. I love those words, that the person of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. Wow, what a great promise. David wrote the Psalms centuries before, and he was so powerfully moved by the Scripture and how they shaped his life. Listen to him. Just let these words sink in for a moment. With my whole heart I seek you. Let me not wander from your commandments. I've stored up your words in my heart that I might not sin against you. Wow, what incredible, powerful words today. He says, blessed are you, O Lord. Teach me your statutes. Going further down in that Psalms 119, he says, I will run in the way of your commandments when you enlarge my heart. Teach me, O Lord, the ways of your statutes, and I will keep it to the end. Give me understanding that I may keep your law and observe it with my whole heart. Don't you love those words when he says, when you enlarge my heart? That's the feeling that I get when I read Paul's words to Timothy and the hope that he has grounded in the Holy Scriptures. And think about those things. Training in righteousness, that means training in how to be in right relationship with God. He talks about the man of God complete and equipped, lacking nothing. That's not the life of wanting. That's not the life of a pauper. Complete. It's full, rich, taken care of, equipped for every single good work. Yeah, and if you look at the opposite in that passage of what it looks like when we don't go passionately after God, well, we'll talk about that Sunday, but that's certainly not the good life. So my encouragement to you, if you look at the world and seem to say today it's getting from bad to worse, it may not be as bad as you think. And this is my challenge. Let's get into the Word. Ground ourselves in God's bedrock truth today. I'm Pastor Tim. This is First Things First in the book of 2 Timothy. God bless you.